So students, in this part I will discuss about generation of computers. So students, first generation computers use vacuum tube technology, was unreliable, supported machine language only, was very costly, generated a lot of heat, was slow input and output devices, huge size, requires air conditioner for cooling, was non-portable, consumed a lot of electricity. Example of first generation computer: ENIAC, EDVAC, UNIVAC, IBM 701, IBM 650. Second generation computer. Second generation computer use transistors, was reliable in comparison to first generation computers, smaller size as compared to first generation computers, generated less heat as compared to first generation computers, consumed less electricity as compared to first generation computers, faster than first generation computers, still very costly, AC required for cooling, supported machine and assembly languages. Example of second generation computers: IBM 1620, IBM 7094, CDC 1604, CDC 3600, UNIVAC 1108. Third generation computer. In third generation computer used IC, means integrated circuit, more reliable. It was more reliable in comparison to previous two generation computers, smaller size, generated less heat, faster, lesser maintenance, costly, AC required, consumed lesser electricity, supported high level languages. Some example of third generation computer: IBM 360 series, Honeywell 6000 series, PDP means personal data processor, IBM 370/168, TDC 316. Fourth generation computers. Fourth generation computers used VLSI technology, very cheap, portable and reliable, use of PCs, very small size, pipeline processing, no AC required, concept of internet was introduced. Great developments in the field of networks, computers became easily available. Examples: DEC 10, Star 1000, PDP 11, Cray 1 supercomputer, Cray X MP also supercomputer. Next, fifth generation computer. Fifth generation computer uses ULSI technology, development of true artificial intelligence, development of natural language processing, advancement in parallel processing, advancement in superconductor technology, more user friendly interfaces with multimedia features, availability of very powerful and compact computers at cheaper rates. Examples: desktop, laptop, notebook, ultrabook and Chromebook. So students, for more detail, please have a look at this video.
So there are 5 generations of computers that have been identified. starting from the most primitive to the most advanced. The first generation computers developed between 1942 and 1955 used vacuum tubes. Data input and output was on punched cards, while magnetic tape was used for external storage. These computers used machine assembly language. Examples of first generation computers are ENIAC, UNIVAC, and EDVAC. Second generation computers developed between 1956 and 1963 had more advanced circuitry. They used transistors instead of vacuum tubes. Punched cards were still used for data input and output. Magnetic tapes were used for input and storage. Now computer languages like COBOL, Fortran, BASIC, and PL1 were introduced. IBM 1400 and 700 series and IBM 350 were some second-gen computers. The third generation of computers came about around 1964 to 1971, and these computers had integrated circuits or ICs instead of transistors. A keyboard was now used to input data, and the output was received on a monitor. Magnetic disks provided external storage. Complex operating systems like Pascal, COBOL, Fortran, and RPG were used. Examples are IBM System 360, Apple I, and Altair. Fourth generation computers, which evolved during the 70s and 80s, can still be seen in use today. Microprocessor chips were introduced for these computers. The mouse was added as an input device and printers for output. Storage capacity increased dramatically and special software for maintaining large database was used, like RDBMS and C++ in 1985. The IBM PC in 1980 and the Apple Macintosh, which came out in 1984, represented fourth-gen computers. The period after 1989 to the present is considered to be the advent of the fifth generation of computers having artificial intelligence. These computers use optical fiber technology to enable AI and are able to think and reason. They can understand human speech and recognize complex patterns like faces and images. Through this evolution, we note that the speed of computers increased while the size and the price reduced over the years. Depending on their structure and functions, there are four basic types of computers. The first category is microcomputer. Desktop computers, laptops, tablets, and smartphones are all types of microcomputers. The microcomputers are specially designed for general usage like entertainment, education, and work purposes. These computers are the cheapest among all the types of computers. Next, there is mini computer. Mini computers are used by small businesses and firms. These computers are not designed for a single user. Mini computers may contain one or more processors. They support multiprocessing and multitasking. The third type is called mainframe computer. Mainframes are not as powerful as supercomputers but are quite expensive. They support a multi-user environment where many users can work simultaneously. They provide good processing speed, large storage, and space. The most powerful computers in terms of performance and data processing are the supercomputers. These computers are used for research and exploration purposes. Some examples of Indian supercomputers are Param and Mihir.